Hey, everybody. Welcome to our lunchtime chat. YouTube is doing the most today. So welcome. If you're just joining us, go ahead, pop in. Tell us where you're joining from. Go ahead, pop in. Tell us where you're joining from. Love to know. All right, I see people jumping on. Awesome. The other link was not working for some reason, so we had to improvise. What we do is here we are. I am pulling up my notes as you guys are jumping on. We have an awesome conversation that we're going to have today. So this is going to be interactive. I'm going to share some things with you guys, and then I'm going to open it up for some Q&A for the remaining time, because I know in times like this, let me take that out. In times like this that you guys may have questions. So at any time, here's what I want you guys to do. If you can't hear me or the sound goes out or anything like that, I'm going to count on you guys to let me know, because, okay? So let me know if you can't hear me. I just have a couple things I want to make sure I cover today. So I'm pulling those notes up as we're going to be talking about our current situation. Okay, so I see Claudia here is from New York. Claudia, what's up, girl? Claudia is one of my private clients. Okay, getting to my notes. Live video, here we are. All right, awesome. So if you want to sprinkle this out to your community, to do that, let them know that we are here live. As I ask you guys, share this with whoever you know, because this is something that all of our small businesses are probably thinking or concerned about. And so it's just a conversation that I felt we need to have. So I really impromptu, so that, and so I won't keep you guys long. My screen didn't update. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. All right, so welcome. If you want to share this out to Facebook, you can do that. Instagram, share it out to your peeps. Go ahead, do that. That's awesome. Appreciate it. I'm going to do the same as everyone is coming in. Your service while you win government contracts during times of crisis. Okay, so make sure you join us. Okay, I'm just putting it out to my people. All right, just so we are here live. All right. So we have Claudia, as I said, Jonathan. Hey, he says, hey, Felicia. Jonathan name sounds familiar. Is that because maybe you're for the workshop that we did back in December? Your name sounds familiar. Let me know. Were you here with us then? Let me know. I'm curious, but the name sounds really familiar. I know we haven't had, I don't think we've had a private conversation. I usually remember, yes, I just always remember everyone I've spoke with. So if that, let me know. Who else we have here? Michael, hello from Houston. Okay, so we have Stephanie, and we have some other people that joined us. Go ahead and tell us where you're joining from. This is your time to shine. Don't be shy, because I'll be asking you a few things, and so I want you to interact with me. Interact. It's important. This is the same thing you have to do when you go into those opportunities. You're negotiating. Yeah, don't be shy. Let your voice be heard. I send emails to my community as well saying the same thing. Let your voice be heard. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, today, thank you guys for taking time out of your busy lunch schedule to join us here today. Close that up. We're talking about how to be of service. How to be of service while you win government contracts during a time of crisis. So I just want to touch on a couple of things today. And what I realized, there's a lot of things that we can talk about, but I spend a lot of time here because I want to be mindful of your time. And I know it's midday, lunchtime chat, right? So I have days of information I want to share that just keep popping up. So I may be back again tomorrow, but at the very least maybe a couple times a week, just during this time of crisis, because there's a lot of information that I can share. things are coming through my email. And as I receive those things, I want to make sure I get that information out to you guys timely, because there are opportunities still out, and there are some new needs out there as well. So I just want to share it with you guys, those of you that are in my community. Hey, Carmen from Virginia. We got Chad. I remember Chad. I believe Chad, Kate. I think Chad personally. We had a personal conversation. And then Kate, I think you picked up some things as well. Keith, hey Keith. Keith just purchased the programs. And then we have Shoreway Printing, which is Rashid from Chicago. All right, welcome. So I'm glad we have a mixture of people. And of course, it's a people as they watch the replay. So I did want to just cut on a couple things. I've had the question brought to me, is this a good time to get into government contracting? Like, should I put forth effort, right, in building up my government contracting business? Here's what I want to say on that. Number one, this is your mindset, right? Mindset should be, okay? Mindset should be, government has just slowed down to give me an opportunity to catch up. I mean, literally, that is what is happening. Opportunities are going to come quickly in certain areas. And so you prepared. I had someone reach out to me just here recently, and they have a unique opportunity, but they're not ready. So I can't help them. Like, we can't do anything that fast. So that's why I wanted to have these conversations with you guys so that you're aware of what's going on and what you should be doing. That's something I'm going to be covering here in coming lives. I want to actually share with you guys what you should be doing on a daily basis, especially if you're at home all day now because of the current crisis going on. So your business does not have to stop. Let me just share with you, because you're at home. This is a great opportunity to catch up, right? Get prepared, reposition. That's what we're talking about here. So the first thing I want to talk about is being prepared. Some of the things that you guys can be doing to prepare for what is and for what's coming, okay? In some states, you know, we haven't done anything collectively, nationally yet, but I do know, I'm watching the news, and in some states, you know, or cities, they're like pretty much a down, and then you have some where it's only essential people are able to go out and do things like that. So I just want to share that with you guys, just so you know. So here's what I'm talking about. Be prepared. Remember, I had a person came to me, they had an opportunity and they wanted to take advantage of it, but they could not. Here's how you be prepared. And this is the same thing I teach in my so it's no different, but I just want to expand on it. One, you need to be registered to do work with. Now, here's the thing you have to remember: your city government, county government, state government, and federal government. Now, if you're watching news, some things have been given the authority to state to do certain things. So if you're thinking, okay, how can I serve in my state, or you want to do something within your state, then you need to make sure you're registered with your states. Okay, the state is different than federal. So you have to register with the state and be in their system. Okay, so write that down. That's number one. If you have not done that already, maybe you do that. That's something you can do while you're sitting at home, right? Because opportunity presents itself, and there's opportunities out there right now. You want to be ready. Email 2 days ago at the state level, they're needing, let me see, how did they say it? They need hazardous cleanup and then hazardous removal. So 2 different contracts, and they're looking for people that really work with hazardous material, how to handle it and things like that. And so if you're not within your state, take advantage of that, because here's the myth that a lot of people have, is that they think that they can, like, here's an opportunity, I can get registered real quick. It does not work like that, okay? So be proactive. There's another for you, right? Prepare and proactive, Okay, so think about that. And then I want you to encourage you guys to think outside the box. So here's a couple of things we're going to ask you to do. One, time I give you a nugget or you have a moment, I want you to pin hashtag game changer. Okay. And then the other thing I want to encourage you, and you're here, so share, what is it that you offer to the government? You may be offering just a little bit, do a little tweak so that you can take advantage of these opportunities. So if you want to share what you're doing in the comments, let's grab a federal level. Think of this like when we hurricane season, right? And how these special orders and different things are coming out. How can you take advantage of it? Now, I'm coming back here with another live video, and we're going to actually break this down of how these contracting opportunities are going to come out, and then how you're actually going to position your company to be able to get in on some of those contracting opportunities. Now, remember, what did I say? The first thing is you need to be registered, okay, with your state if you're looking at doing some state projects, as well as at the federal level if you're looking at doing things on a federal level. Make sure you are registered. Your profile is active, okay? The other thing to be prepared is you want to make sure you have all of the certifications for which you qualify. I have a video coming out tomorrow, my weekly video, where I'm breaking down the various certifications and which apply at the state level and which apply at the federal level. So make sure you come back for that. Okay, and that's important to have your certification. Here's the other thing. Let me share this with you. Certifications, you don't get overnight either, okay? On a good day and during a good time, it takes about 60, 90 days to get a certification. Now, remember, I said I'm coming back with a video to tell you how to take advantage of some of these current opportunities. Still need to have business positioned and ready, and it may not necessarily require you being set up as we're talking here today. So we're going to be talking strategy that next share about taking advantage of some of these current opportunities. Okay, it's all about the strategy and positioning in addition to what we're sharing here. Okay, so make sure you're prepared. The other thing prepared is however you plan to function, however you plan to deliver on the opportunities that you're going to seek. Make sure you have all those things locked down. Okay, so again, if you're sitting at home, reaching out to vendors, if you're going to have subcontractors, independent contractors, whoever you're going to use, however you're going to deliver, you need to make sure those relationships are solid and that those people, these individuals, however it is for you, that they're ready, able to deliver. Okay, you can't wait till the opportunity presents itself and then think around and put everything in place. Okay, let's be proactive here. Okay, so I asked you guys to type in what you're offering. Now I only have one popped up. Nope, none popped up yet. So it could be a delay. I don't know, but go ahead and share what you're doing. So we have St. Marco says, I need, that's a G, but I'm pretty sure you're saying you need certs for government contract. You're a disabled veteran, worked with FEMA and the CDC. I can't find a route to get contracts. Are you saying you want to work with FEMA and the CDC? I'm thinking that's what you're saying. Maybe. And that you need the certification. So maybe you're registered. I'm not sure if you are or if you, but yeah, you have to get registered. You need your certification. And as a disabled vet one, service disabled vet, that even takes longer than some of the other ones. So get on those certifications. And then yes, you need to find your FEMA people, and we walk you through that in my boot camp. So that takes a minute. There's videos involved for all of that, because I teach you guys how to find out who's your customer. Okay. And you're assuming CD and FEMA is your customer. And I don't know if you have to validate that, because here's the thing. When you think customer, we want to know who's putting out the actual opportunity and signing checks. FEMA may be using the resource, but are they the one putting out the contract? And I don't know that without us in a conversation and actually validating what you're telling me. Okay. and be part of your problem, Saint Marco. And put your name in there. All right. Michael says he does accounting services, audit, FEMA, and corporate. Okay. So Michael, for you right now is really, really important. Make sure you have all your certifications, things like that. And then you can be reaching out to build the necessary relationships. You need to find out who's your customer in the government marketplace, as well as if you're saying FEMA as well, and even corporate, because you can do contracts too, guys. To find out who's your customer. Because here's the thing, Michael, you think, I've talked to my personal CPA, because I just met with him Monday, other people that I have in my community that do accounting, CPA work, financial planning, they're still getting business, because we all know we will evolve from this. This is just a temporary thing. Okay. Yes, the president came on and said, 90-day extension on personal tax filings with no interest and penalties, I think. And so, yeah, some people do this. Okay. So, Michael, you just need to be active in getting out there and drumming up business. And that's where that daily activity of what you should be doing comes into play. Okay. Yep, Stephanie. Okay. Sureway Painting. I think your name was Rashid. Yeah. And so you're doing apparel and promotional products. I think for you, tweak it just a little bit, right? And offer some of the supplies that they, in essence, you're under supplies and things like that. Not to mention even promotional products. You may have a particular product line that you're offering, but watch what's coming on the news. What are they talking about? What are they using? Because they're probably using something to show, the city, the state, and different things. And here's what I mean by that. So one of the local cities, FW, came on yesterday. And so here's what they had. So they had stuff positioned, and I don't know if I can show you guys like this. So they had stuff like this. And so I'm trying to show you guys. So they had stuff like this. So say this was a car with a logo thing on it. Something, I think this is this is college. I used to work at the VA too. I thought it was the VA one. But they had things strategically positioned on the table where they were sitting, just as they're talking. So they're always going to use those place settings and things like that. So you just have to think outside the box and be strategic in your offerings right now, because I'm pretty sure there's still a need. Not to mention, you probably offer some type of cups or something like that. Well, guess what? People are probably in the hospitals. They're not reusing a lot of stuff. Like, when people stay in the hospital and they have those water things, they sit in the room. Yeah, they're probably not reusing all that stuff. So you outside the box. And this is what I do with my clients privately in my boot camp and when I work with them privately. But I felt the need to share this with you guys today because I felt it was really, really important. Okay. Amanda. Hey, Amanda. She's finally catching me live. Cool. Stephanie. Only cert I have. Wait a minute. The only cert I do not have yet. So Stephanie says the only one she does not have is. And Stephanie, we had a personal conversation. And I think we're supposed to touch bases tomorrow. You're gonna, let me know some things. And the 8A is probably going to be really, really lucrative moving forward. And I'm not going to get into the 8A here because most of you guys are probably not ready for the 8A program. So I don't want to spend time on that. So it's definitely Stephanie, in our future conversations, as I said, we would definitely iron that out. But yeah, I can see some lucrative opportunities. Hey, Fran, how are you? Haven't heard from you so Fran says, so Fran, you're pretty much like I said with Michael, same thing as Michael, because he does accounting and things like that. You got to think outside the box. And if you're just joining us, definitely go back, watch the replay, because I kind of talk about that and how he can reposition. Okay. So the second thing about is the positioning. How are you positioned in the market? So I really literally just gave you an example with Michael. and also with Rashid and the apparel and promotional products. How can you reposition? Okay. Fran says, I am good. Your program. Well, let's dive in. Let's do this. I'm telling you, my people, we're not going to miss out on any of these opportunities. Okay. And so let me just say the program Fran is talking about, the Contractors Edge Bootcamp. And I'm going to go ahead and put the link in here because a couple of people are referencing it. And you can always go check it out. Okay. So there you have it. But here's the thing. And if two more people want to pop in, because we have a few more minutes, you want to pop in what you're doing, if it's something different than the promotional products or the accounting. Let's see how we can reposition you a little bit by just tweaking it, thinking it a little bit differently so that you can get out here and start looking for some of these opportunities, because you guys are missing out. You guys are missing out and leaving money on the table. All right. Rashid said, great ideas. Thanks. You're welcome. All right. So I just want you guys to start thinking differently. So position, how are you positioned in the market, right? Are you positioned to be able to maneuver just a little bit if need be? Because this is a time of crisis. So if you were, say, in an outside office space, or you were brick and mortar or something like that, and now maybe your city is locked down on a quarantine, because I think one of the cities in California is, I think, for sure. And it could be coming down more for some of us, or a lot of the school districts are out indefinitely, which has caused a lot of people to have to work from home. Some businesses have closed where people are working from home. How are you going to reposition your company, yourself, to still get out there and do the marketing necessary, business development, looking for opportunities and things like that? What are you going to do? Because in the boot camp, we're going to actually have a training on that. I'm still going to give you guys the what I had initially planned to share with. I'm also going to be sharing how you can work and do this while you're quarantined, that where you can build relationships, still be looking for opportunities, still work on putting together your bid process, making sure you're locked down with your pricing, even if it includes vendors and things like that, making sure your proposal packet is on lock, where it's going to be responsive, knowing how to look at those solicitations, pull out the requirements so that you can in turn take that information, translate what they're looking for, proposal, where you can write out your scope of work, as well as have your marketing material, your capability statement, and how to use that right now from home to start growing your authority as it relates to who you are in the marketplace, as well as building partnerships. And I don't mean like you partner in business, but partnerships where you guys can team on projects, which is going to be maybe important for some of you guys, especially if you're just starting out. That's something definitely to think about. These new opportunities are coming out. So it's all about positioning. How are you going to position your company for the current crisis that we have? So we do have a couple of minutes here. We have about 6 minutes left. I'm going to open it up. If you guys have any questions, I'll definitely answer some questions remaining time that we have. And just know, here's something I wanted to encourage you guys to do too. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell, because as this information needs to come out, I may come more than once a week. It may be 2 times a week, maybe even 3, to get this information to you guys, because I'm trying to help you guys get ready and get positioned to take advantage of these opportunities that are out here now and that are coming in. My construction people, I don't think anyone here is in construction, but my people, if you're paying attention, the states are asking that the Corps of Engineers and build some temporary facilities, right? So how can you take advantage of that? I know how you can take advantage of it, and we're going to talk about it in future videos and inside my Contractors Edge Bootcamp as well. So I know how to do that, but this is what you should be thinking about. Paying attention, especially if you're in government contracting, what's going on currently? How do you know? You have to watch the news. I'm not saying you have to sit and watch it all day, every day, but at least once a day, because I mean, this stuff is changing quickly. So you want to know, what are they doing? What are their needs? Because they're saying what the needs are, where they're lacking, and how can you help fill that need? Now you have to be ready and you have to be positioned. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hey, Antonio, I remember you from the workshop back in December. Yeah, you're in San Francisco. You're on lockdown. My friend, you need to be in the boot camp because there's some things you need to be doing because you can still be growing your business. You can still be growing your business, okay? Amanda says, hi, Felicia, LLCs. Okay, does FEMA work with new non-medical home care agencies and independent carrier services? This is strategy. So you're thinking what you know traditionally. You got to think strategically. You got to think outside the box, and you're probably going to have to reposition. The answer is yes and yes. Indirectly, the answer is yes and yes. Okay. Yeah. So you can definitely do that. So the boot camp will be definitely great for you, Amanda. Chad says, we serve foreclosed homes from eviction to the resale, all aspects from debris and hazardous removal, all maintenance and repair. Okay, Chad. And we talked before. So maybe you're not in the game yet. You haven't prepared and positioned, but you mentioned hazardous. That is what they're talking about. So you're just not reaching the right people. Maybe you don't know who to reach out to and things like that, but there's actually a need for you. And you said you do debris and hazardous removal, maintenance and repairs. So you just need to think outside the box, make sure you're prepared and positioned. And I don't know if you are from our last conversation, but I'm pretty sure I find some low-hanging fruit. You mentioned hazardous. Come on now. So there's probably some opportunities for you. And you're in construction. Okay, so you added Chad. You must not be ready. You need to get ready. And if you don't know how to get ready, we've talked before, you need to get in the boot camp. Come to the boot camp. Amanda says, can your program help me? And yes, it works. Here's the thing. It's not industry specific. The program contracting in itself is not industry specific, right? The process of getting into government contracting is the same across the board. Strategy is where people need my help most of the time. And even the position, because they just don't know what they don't know what to do in what order. And that's why we have the boot camp. So yeah, Amanda, it would definitely help you. And if I remember right, it's scrolling what you said you do in the courier services. So Amanda, they were just talking about how they had to get one of the airlines to use their planes to help ship some supplies. And then they got FedEx and some other things. But you do know FedEx, UPS, all these people subcontract out to local vendors too. You're not correctly for this opportunity. There's an opportunity for you. You have to be prepared and you need to be positioned. So yes, the program would work for you too. Okay. Wesley, hey, how are you? We talked as well. What's going on? Are you positioned? Are you prepared? If not, you know what to do. Angela Jordan Perry, South Carolina. Welcome. Amanda says, thank you for answering. No problem. Working comes along with it. Yeah, you know, it's more difficult when you do it alone because you have to figure everything out yourself. Even when you're working with me, I tell you guys, I only like to work with people that's going to put in the work. But when you have a plan, when you have the strategy and you have the steps that you're going to implement step by step on a daily basis, it takes a lot of the overwhelm out. Even for me in my business, I have my mentor that sometimes, yeah, I can pile on a lot of stuff as well and get overwhelmed. And I have to back up and say, okay. And they're like, okay, take this away. You didn't need that. I don't know why you keep adding that stuff. You know, so I always say you can't see the picture when you're the frame. Imagine a picture. Can you see the frames if you were in the picture? No. That's why I have a mentor too. Okay. Okay. Chad says we have Sam and Duns. Okay. You're not totally ready. Are you done, Chad? There's more work to be done. See, a lot of people think once I get registered and get certifications, I'm good to go. No, that's where the strategy comes in. That's where the strategy comes in. And a lot of the things that you have to do and need to know, you just don't know. You don't know what you don't know, and you can't ask questions on what you don't. Okay. But great start, Chad. Rio, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Can you help someone with IT? Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. And Rio, come on now. Think about it. If the core engineers have to come in and build facilities, for one, which they're already making makeshifts inside of what is that Walmart parking lot, CVS, Walgreens parking lot. I'm sure they need some type of internet IT type stuff. Think outside the box. Now, you may not know who your customer is or how to reach them. That's why the boot camp is really, really important. If someone wants to type that in, it's FeliciaStreeter.com/boot camp. Okay. Chase. Hey, Chase. You said you are right about. Amen. Thank you. Rio says I think, or maybe that's 1 and 3 other guys have just started a business and we received our DUNS number. Awesome. You're still at the preparing, and there's a lot of work still to be done in the preparation phase. So keep moving through that. If you want to move quickly through it, faster, in addition to doing some other things to start drumming up some work, then definitely look at the boot camp. Angela, I just started your Contractors Edge DYI. Yes, I remember. Awesome. Yes, and you said you're moving right through it. So that's cool. Good, good, good. So Angela, you can always come and join the live portion of the boot camp if you want to. And if you do, let me know, because I have to send you a special link. Okay, it's an additional charge, of course, investment there, because you're going to get access to me. But if you at any time want to upgrade, you can do that. Okay. So don't sign up on the page is what I'm telling you, because it's not that much for you because you've already made an investment. Rio is Roy. Roy, okay. What? I'm not good at pronouncing names. I apologize. Roy, thank you for sharing that. So Chad says, correct. Thanks so much. This is why we are here. Awesome. I'm glad. I hope I shedded some light on some of the things you guys can start doing to prepare and get positioned, as well as being proactive and just thinking differently. How can you reposition if you need to be, or how can you take advantage as you're currently positioned to take advantage of what's happening right now? Okay. And then also preparing for what's to come. Because here's what I can tell you. The government is not going to shut down completely. We know that. The government is not going to run out of money. I truly believe if they did, they would just print some more. They're talking a stimulus package of what, $1 trillion or something? They have money. We may not have money, right? Like they do, but they have money. So business is going to go on, even if we're shut down for a moment, like the guy shut down in San Francisco. Great time. This is a great time to not shy away, but to lean in and do what's necessary, because the government has just slowed things down for you guys so that you can catch up. But you have to be doing the right things, okay? All right, so we're going to take any final questions or comments, and then we're going to go ahead and end this, because I know you guys have to get back to your day, and I have an actual one of my private client calls here in about 20 minutes, okay? So we talked about today how to be of service while you win government contracts during times of. So do you see what? Think about with what you have, what you're offering, or what you could offer. How can you be of service during current times? If you can't think of a way right now, which I probably could, but if you cannot, and you're not, you don't have access to me through my boot camp or privately, think about, okay, once this is over, how can I be of service? Okay. How can I be of service to the need currently? And as we transition out of this time of crisis, how can I be of service? That's what I want you guys to think about. And that's part of your homework. If you're not totally prepared for the opportunities that you want and that are out there currently, you need to get prepared as quickly as possible. If you're not positioned, you need to get positioned. If you are positioned and you feel that's not going to work during our current times or in the near future, then you need to think about repositioning. Okay. Remember, I said people have mentioned if you need help with that, okay, and you want to take advantage of things as quickly as possible and not spend time, with the Google man and things like that, check out the boot camp. In the boot camp, let me just share this with you. It's over at FeliciaStreeter.com/bootcamp. The link is there. And then once this is over, I can go ahead and put it in as well. But and you can just go to my website and look boot camp. It's up there. You have the option in the boot camp to even work with me privately. So you can get 2 private calls with me. There's an option for that as well, where we're going to figure out a strategy for you right now. And then you have another call towards the end, strategy from that point on, so that you're not thinking about what do I need to do. You already have strategies laid out. All you have to do is implement. Okay. So you have those 2 options there for you. What else I want to say? So that's boot camp. Oh, and we're going to have 4 weeks of live sessions in the end of April. And I might even do some earlier just because we're in a crisis. And if things shut down totally, I think that would be all the ones that are already in it signed up, that we just do more live sessions. You're not required to come, but if you're available and, need some help inside, come. Any of my private clients that are listening, if you have a contracting opportunity before you, like here's an opportunity right now that you can win, then definitely reach out and let me know, because we need to take advantage of that. Okay. Let's see what the final thoughts are. What's your website? Roy, my website is my name, FeliciaStreeter.com. Let's see. There's my website, FeliciaStreeter.com. Angela, send me the bootcamp info, please. I will email you. Okay, yeah, awesome. Email me so I don't forget, because I'm gonna jump on a client call after this, and I'll send you the information, Angela. Jaylene, just joining. Can you give me an overview of what you spoke about today? Unfortunately, I cannot, because we're actually getting ready to end, Jaylene, but there will be a replay. After this, we finish, it'll replay. You can go back and watch it at your leisure, okay? Unfortunately, but we basically talked about being prepared and positioning, and I even individual people that shared, I told them how they could reposition what they needed to do to be prepared. So, yeah, juicy information. Just go back and watch the replay, okay? Rashi said, I'm thinking about moving the business to a different state, states that are better than no. Okay, well, let me read it, I guess, for everybody else. So I'm thinking about moving to a different state. Are there any states that are better than other for federal government contracting? Federal government contracting is a national thing, so it doesn't matter where you're at. Okay. All right. Any other final questions? Let's see if I can put the boot camp in there again for you guys. Oh, I know what I was going to share with you before we sign off. So also in the boot camp, when you sign up before March 26th, there's a 3-pay option, as well as there's a couple of bonuses. So you need to check it out. There's some, and one of the things we're covering for all the people in the boot camp is about how to make money while you're positioning, right? Getting ready, building your government contracting business. I believe in diversifying, and I know if you're like me, you like cash flow. So we want to make sure we get the cash flowing, get your return on investment into the program as quickly as possible while you're building a contracting business. So that's one of the bonus trainings in there, and it's going to come. And then in it, now that we're in a crisis, there will also be information on what you guys can do right now. Okay. All right. I appreciate you guys joining me. Well, I guess somebody hit redial. Sorry about that. So I appreciate you guys joining me. What we're going to do is probably, because I have so much to cover and you guys have been gracious and popping on, maybe I'll do another live Friday to share the next piece of this with you guys. If not, we'll be back here next week on Tuesday. Either way, so we'll figure it out. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I go live, as well as if you're not on my email list, I'll send it out to my email list as well. And then I try to put it on social media, but you know, on social media, it's a hit or miss. You may see it, you may not. So just make sure you're connected, because I do want to support you guys during this time any way that I can. And then at a deeper level, if you need it and you want to move quickly inside of the boot camp. Okay. Angela says, thank you for your time and works. Blessings. Blessings to you all, and stay safe. Stay safe. That's why I want to share with you guys what you can be doing from home. Okay. We don't want to spread this any more than it already has. Michael says, thank you very much. You guys are so welcome. If you want to, I would really appreciate this. Go to my Google business page and leave a comment about what we're talking about here today. You know, if this moved you any type of way, if you want to give any feedback, you can go over to my Google business page, which is, you can search, you know, Google Felicia Streeter, and just leave a comment. Okay. Or you can go to my Facebook business page as well. Not as active there, but you know, it's available. All right. So I'll either see you guys Friday, same time, around the same time. It seems to work for everyone. That's awesome. Until next time, bye for now.